Hey guys, Brian Stevens here with Mortgage Shots. Listen, we already know that Americans are collectively drowning in record debt. $1.13 trillion in credit card debt with an average consumer balance of $6,360. And of course, that's in a high-rate environment with no slowing down in sight.
According to a recent report by CNBC, credit card borrowers are facing some serious consequences for late payments. And the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or the CFPB, has raised some alarms, reporting that late payments on credit cards can lead to higher interest rates, penalty fees, and even damage to credit scores. Now, consumers shelled out a record high $130 billion in credit card interest and fees alone in 2022. Since then, APRs have been on the rise, compounding the problem, leaving more and more borrowers with persistent debt, meaning that they are charged more in interest and fees each year than they pay towards the principal.
I gotta tell you, I'm kind of tripped out when somebody goes to like Starbucks or a coffee place and they Uber it, and after they're done, it's like $9, right? But when you're putting that on a credit card, how much is it really costing you? Has it ever dawned on you, if you're holding credit card and you're not paying it off or paying it down, you can pay $100 for that cup of coffee? That's where we're at right now, and it's getting worse. Anyways, in response, the CFPB finalized a rule just this last week that bans excessive credit card late fees. Why are they doing that? Because everybody is consistently having late fees. Anyways, they're saying that the savings could be upwards of $10 billion a year, my ass.
According to a release from the CFPB, more than 45 million cardholders are hit with late fees. They claim this rule will result in an average savings of $220 for those households.
Yeah.
Now, that's not going to go real far at $100 for a cup of joe.
Did you hear, Joanna, that our revolving debt has actually surpassed our mortgage debt in this country? We've got more unsecured debt than we have secured debt. That's horrifying. I can't believe this, but that is absolutely horrifying. We should all be losing our mind about trying to fix this problem. But anyways, why does this matter to us in the lending and real estate world? Well, as consumer debt continues to climb, lenders might start to tighten up their lending criteria, especially if this is persistent. We know in times of trouble, lenders are always going to tighten up shop, and when that happens, that means we have fewer qualified buyers, and that's a problem. And as a result of that, as the dominoes continue to fall, it could potentially slow down our already sluggish real estate market. Unless you get in front of it. Show a little freaking restraint before you pull out that credit card. Now, what none of these reports or articles mention is that some of these folks sliding back in consumer debt are also homeowners sitting on a mound of equity. This, my friends, is where your opportunity exists. If you can only find a way to have the conversation with a client who is going to need your services, and I'm talking about lending and real estate.
Now, these are your friends and your family, your past clients, and your sphere. And that sphere of yours is probably living in a bit of a sphere of fear right now, and you have the solutions.
I mean, seriously, if you know anybody who just bought like a new wave runner, a new toy hauler, a new entertainment center, maybe some just great bling, whatever the case is, all these high ticket items, they did all that stuff on credit, and right now at 28% interest, it is kicking their ass in the ground, and they're going to have to make a decision with their housing. For those folks in your sphere of influence who have that equity, who are in harm's way right now, they are next year's foreclosures. There are options for them. Now, for some, that's a cash out refinance. And if you haven't looked lately, guys, refinances are coming back, and they're coming back in a big way. That could be the answer. But for others, it's going to be selling that house before they start missing payments. Yikes, nobody likes that solution, but hey, listen, it beats the sheriff coming and kicking you out of your house 6 months from now. See, with your guidance, you're the freaking professional. This is where you shine. Have the conversation. With your guidance, even those who need to exit the housing market today can do so with their credit intact and with the opportunity to give it another shot down the road. See, share these numbers with them. Have conversations. Help your friends in your community out. I got to tell you right now, if you face down a foreclosure, you're going to be looking somewhere probably north of $100,000 in fees. That's equity that has gone to the stinking lawyers and to the servicers. Keep that money in your pocket. Don't let it get to a foreclosure. You're the one with the answers. It's your responsibility. It is your obligation to start having these conversations, because this is happening all around us with all of your friends and everybody you know, with or without your consent. So go have those conversations and shine and be a true professional today, because that's what pros do. Hope this helps.